All right, we are back. It is time. I don't know how much time I'm going to actually have to stream today. Probably not much. So I think what I need to do is just work on fun things, aka build more islands. Okay, I got my links posted. That's good to go. Okay. So right now, as it stands, this is what we got. I kind of like the fact that I just added a little light to the player. So when you walk up to things, you can actually see. All right. Man, I love having the islands. That's what it's going to be now. We'll make them procedurally eventually. Oh, look at that. I love this fog. Wood, let's do 1,000. Kind of when I add too much wood for one slot, it kind of like ends up splitting them out a bit, kind of randomly. Should also change that doorway. I don't like the way it looks. Look at that. Love it. Yeah, so different islands is what we're making. I'm just building bases now. Dude, I can already build cool worlds in here. That is just great. Love it. Oh, that lighting switch is a little weird. Oh, look at how cool that looks. Okay, enough of playing around. Now, one thing we probably want to do with the island is go to Blender, and we're gonna create a new shape that is separate, that is the grass. A new surface. So, can we copy this, go into here? Copy. We might just have to do object, cube. Oops. What did I do there? Okay. This is what I'm going to try to do. Let's do that. Keep it the same, and then we just go to this cube, select all, make it all a dirt. Okay. Okay. Okay, now this has stuff pointed down, which I don't necessarily want. Hey, Sock, what's up? I gotta run to the bathroom, so what I'm gonna do... I will point you in the direction of the sunrise, and you can watch it. All right, I will be back. I have returned. Okay. We need... Well, first of all, did this... Oh! This needs to be a static body. Oh, wait, is it? Nope, it is not. Okay. It needs to be a static body. This multi-mesh instance. Okay, how do I make it so it doesn't populate the top? I mean, the bottom and the sides. Let's go here and do a... I have a multi-mesh in Godot that is populating a surface of a mesh. But it is currently populating the top, sides, and bottom of that mesh. I need it to only populate the top because it is grass and it shouldn't grow on the underside. Is there any way to do this without code or in the editor? Or no? Let's see if it knows. Okay. For now, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, how big is this? It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 big. We're going to do a new one. This one will be 4 wide. Kind of rectangle shape, maybe. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Let's grab the entire thing, copy. Oop. Object mode, copy, paste. Whoops. Edit mode. Something like that. We might need to make sure that they're all the same size. Scale it like that. Scale on the Y. About like that. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now, one thing we're going to do here. Let's go here. I guess we'll just do our own. There we go. We can just reuse those. Kieran, what's up? How you doing? Island 2 is going to have this instantiated. Interesting. Let's go to okay. How do I invert? We need to change the faces on these. I'll do swap face normal in Blender easily. Oh wait, I just need to do Shift N. Okay, sick. Save that. Now we can go back to Blender or Godot, and this should work. There we go. Okay, we'll figure out a better way of doing that eventually. Let's make sure our island has collision. Okay. Now we are just doing all of this manually, of course, at some point. This will all be automated. We're going to throw this in there as well. Extrude that out a bit. Okay. So now we can go back to main. Oh. So now this needs to be on. Okay. Now we can go back to main. Then we can add some bigger islands in. Sick. Got a crash. Why is Godot crashing so much now? Lost that progress. We're going to delete these. Do a quick save. You know what? We're just going to delete that. Save. Now, where is the player again? Okay, player's right there. Okay. Hey, Lorwyn. What is up? How are you doing? It has been a minute. Good to see you again. You want to see what I'm working on? I'm currently building a game, kind of a survival game. And actually, you're kind of perfect to show it to because you know Rust. And I'm taking a ton of inspiration from the Rust build system. Now that I built this island, I'm not a huge fan of having the kind of rectangular shape, but it's fine. Why are these? Oh, these need to go up in here. That's sick. Yeah, I'll show you in a sec. Once I gotta add, I just deleted all of these structures and I need to add them back in. Oh, these are unfortunate names. Okay, let's call this Medium Island. We'll rename this. Okay. Okay. Do I have to delete all these again? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, get it back down to the right height here. Yep, that should be correct. Here, I'll try to show you fairly quickly here. Okay, we do need to delete these other islands. 3 and 4. Okay. Here, it's taking me a while to place these. Okay, now I'm just going to grab this whole thing, copy, duplicate it, duplicate it again, duplicate it again. Just got to fill in a bunch of these islands. Okay, we'll do this for now, and then we will finally go back up here and rebake our nav meshes. And then you will be able to see. Hopefully it doesn't crash on the rebake. It's taking its time. Did it do anything? No, it's still frozen. Perfect. We'll see. Maybe. Lauren, what have you been up to? It has been a long time. Wish I had this kind of brain power. Basically, it's... oh, did it go? Nice. Okay. It's more just stubbornness for me at this point, but... I've been doing it for like a year and a half now, learning this game dev stuff, because I've always wanted to. Okay, we are now in the game. So far, there's not a ton done, but there's a lot of the systems that are going to be there are at least partially built. So like crafting, I can craft things. I have an inventory. I can switch between my tools. But the cool thing with this game is the addition of these guys, which are basically giant walking mountains. Let's see if he, oh, he's gonna freak out because his pathfinding isn't super great right now. But, the point of this game is going to be very much a survival game. Ignore the grass growing underground. It's not really supposed to. Dude, can you stop freaking out and just stop? There we go. But the idea is you're going to be in this world where you're mostly on these island things, walking from island to island, building from island to island, you know, building your base. Very much Rust inspired. And it'll be a survival game, you know. You got to figure out how to get around and survive in this world, build your bases all over the place. Do another window over here. And I'm doing all of the artwork myself in Blender, mostly, which is why it's all very basic, low poly stuff. But yeah. Been mostly working and being off the internet. Not a bad idea. What have you been up to lately? Pretty much only game development, and then also I'm moving to Finland because I'm getting married in Finland next year. So huge change. Moving to Europe. To the frozen north of Finland. That's huge. Hey, you'll lull him up. What's up? Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. It'll be a fun change. But yeah, otherwise I've been working until recently. Now I am gainfully unemployed and just doing work on the game and getting prepared to move. I'm moving in like a couple weeks here. But yeah, this game will be mainly about the island stuff. Below is going to be dangerous. I'm going to have it like flood and do all sorts of craziness. But the main point of this game is you're going to have your base that you build in bases that you build in different places. But you also have your kind of main base. Which would be something like this, you know. And this is kind of your mobile base. So, let's put another... I love these little ceiling lamps. But yeah, and then you go around and you gather resources. Okay, I've got to make sure his pathfinding is actually legit. Okay, he actually stopped. Problem is you kind of need a door on all sides of this guy because it's not really big enough to have your base. I guess I could do... Oh, nope, that did not work. There we go. I could do like a deck around the base. But I need to figure out, I need to finalize this guy, this walking mountain guy, because he's not fully finished. But cheap viewers, man, that just sounds like a great deal. RCB, what's up? Turning this into a horror game? No, but it could have some of those elements. I need to add some particle effects when you hit the stone. I mean, these giant trees with the flying creatures that go around. I wonder if we'll see one. I need to add like 10 more. Oh, there's one. Look at that sunrise. Or is it sunset? Sunset. My base is walking away from me. But yeah, this will be the general idea of the game. And then, you know, you're going to get on these. This is a bigger island here. I'm going to need to make even bigger ones. Let's tell my base to come back. But, you know, you might build a main base on one of these. And then build a bridge across to another. I should do a check if there's like a little raycast down. And if there's nothing underneath it, then make it so these don't have these like little legs. Also, I should make it so you can do things like put ceiling lamps on the ground. Just put lamps all over the place. I guess I could just make a lamp placeable. Also, deconstruct, whoops, should also destroy foundations. I mean, placeables. Look at that sunrise. I've got green fog right now. I might change it out for like a warmer color. This is what we want right here. Doorway. Windows all the way across. Like the green, it's mysterious. It does kind of look nice. But with all the other warm colors coming from the sunrise, would be kind of cool to do. How much wood do I have left? Not a ton. But I did also add in this quality of life thing. Add item, wood, 100. So I can just add some wood to my inventory. Look at that green fog down through the hallway. Yeah, I'm liking this. There's some weird lighting glitch things that happen. I'm not a huge fan of that because that's one of those things where it's has to do with the plugin I'm using, which means that it's going to be annoying to fix. I like this little bridge. But I'm starting to think that you should be able to put ceilings off of foundations. So then you don't have to make an ugly bridge like this. Which you can do it in kind of a hacky way by just raising it up a bit, but whoa. This lighting is... Why is it so dark? The lights themselves barely even show up. Maybe I just need to make those lights a little brighter. Okay, we'll see once the sun goes down how it looks. If I can see the lights from this far away, I'll be happy. Man, look at that. Love it. Okay, you can see the lights pretty good. Maybe a little too good. Oh, I think that's pretty good. Ah, I really need to fix these walking mountain dudes. Figure out a better way of doing it. Trying to think of how I best can actually achieve what I'm going for. Because I need the player to follow along with the walking mountain dude. The problem is, if you jump, he just keeps walking while you like fall off. Unless I basically parent you to the mountain when you're on top of him. But then there's this weird range where I need to like make sure that you're parented to him, but you might want to jump off onto an island and all this. It's just weird. Well, I just wanted to stop by and say hi, good luck on your move, and I hope you have a beautiful, happy wedding day. Thank you so much, Lorwyn. Appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you again. And, don't be shy. Drop by again. I am going to be streaming pretty regularly for hopefully the foreseeable future. Just working on this game. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Glad that you did stop by. Good to see you again. Yeah. I may have to bounce out fairly soon. We'll see. I'm going to stream as long as I can. So, what if... What happens if I make the walking mountain a rigid body? The collision a rigid body. When you jump, I think you still don't keep that momentum. I will join you again. Hopefully you'll have your partner join the stream too. Maybe at some point. Yeah, I'll be out there in like a month, and then there'll probably be a little break I have to take while I get everything set up and moved in out there. But that would be cool. I'll have to ask her. She might be down. Who knows? She might be a little shy, though. We'll see. Yeah, this player detection area... What is it? Structure? Structure node. Okay, base structure. Parent structure, which is a node 3D. What is my walking mountain main collision? It's on 13. Okay. What if we just did... React Native gifted charts or Victory Native rolling the dice? What is this? What are you referring to? Oh, we got an ad starting in 2 minutes. Just heads up. Okay, just pick. Need for project. Victory Native is shorter and easier to say. React Native gifted charts feels more descriptive. Heads is React Native gifted charts. Tails is the other one. Heads. React Native gifted charts. Okay, I can do the catch if parent structure. So base structure has parent structure. Let's see where this goes. Parent structure is equal to this. When it is, otherwise it becomes parent structure equals structure. Okay. So, this is what we can do. Let's do a check if on mountain. Now let's remember how to do the raycast thing. And by remember, I mean we just ask AI. Fill this function out by creating a raycast that only checks layer 11. No. We'll hit things and return what the node is. The raycast should point down. We'll see if it knows Godot enough, but I know who to blame now. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, we've got this. Let's see what errors. Love this. What just broke? Is this just not? Just didn't declare that? Okay. Hit node isn't declared. Add static typing. Oh, hit node was declared there. Okay. So, has property? Can I do that? Hit node dot catch player. I could use a group. Base structure. If hit node, nope, dot parent structure is mountain node dot release player. I think that's it. Okay, so these are what I'm adding in. Let's get rid of these. Now, in our player, we're just going to run this. Broken. We're doing check if on mountain. Okay, we've got this. Main collision, main collision, main collision. That's why. Okay. So we need to check here. What does main collision got again? Okay, we got to do walking mountain. Okay. We got some weirdness from it. And we're sliding again. Still pulling us along. And now I can't fly. Probably just because we're doing it so many times. Okay, let's give it a shot. Yeah, it's just snapping us around too much. But otherwise, it's fine. Oh, weird. Once again, I can't fly. There, I've got the shakiness again. Every half second it's trying to catch me again. And I don't think I've been released yet. Yeah, I definitely haven't been. Oh, I'm doing this. This is not how I'm going to end up actually doing it because I don't want to be checking this stuff all the time. Still snapping me around every time. I can just check once, and if it ever changes. Add item, wood, 100. Add item, hammer. Oh boy. There it is again. Why? Why is it suddenly all wonky? I see. Hit node is base structure. Parent structure is mountain. Oh, it's the main bone attachment again. We have attached it to the main bone attachment, which means Hit node dot walking mountain. Where's a base structure? We don't have that. We need parent structure. But that does not exist. We're just going to do that. This is so hacky. And I don't even know if I want to keep it, so. Definitely don't want to have it check every second. Goodness sakes. Suddenly everything is so slippery. It's fine when I'm on here, but then I get onto here. Oh, was that just because I was falling off the edge? Oh boy, yep. Oh, am I only good on the first one? The very first one that I build? Or am I not even good on that? Look at that. No. So parent structure. Let's try this again, and I'll do it with just one foundation and see if that makes a difference. Goodness. Okay, it's not even printing there. Let's look at I think they're all going to have collision. Yeah, they all have collision bodies. So I think it's just need to do this. What was the error there? I don't even know if I'm going to stick with this, but is it the collision shape? Oh. This is so hacky, dude. I hate this so much. Just wish there was a really easy way of doing this without having to switch to all rigid bodies, which doesn't even fix my problem in the first place. Okay, now we're back. Okay, so now we can do this. Oh. Catch player in base nil. Why is that nil? If it equals null, parent structure, oh, we can't catch it. If it equals null. Why am I sliding off of this? Goodness. Still sliding off of this. Oh. And why is it doing weirdly angled? Okay, that I think is flat. No, it's still weirdly angled, I think. Maybe? I don't know. We're going to take away the auto start. We're going to go back to the way it was. Oops. All of that work still doesn't work right. There's that weirdness again. Man, there's just got to be some way to do this correctly. Can't get up here. Easy fix. That's pretty cool. Now I'm just thinking about all the cool tree forts you can make. Oh, I need more wood. I need to get some of these issues ironed out so then I can actually... Oh boy. We also need a way that you can build down. And maybe have a little bit more freedom in your building. But like, whoops. I mean, you can do stuff like this where you just line it up differently, but then you have to line things up perfectly, and I don't really want people to have to do that. I need to add some creatures as well. But really, before anything can really happen, I need to figure out this walking mountain guy. The other thing I could do, I could maybe make him a rigid body. Make it so he doesn't move up and down as he walks. He just goes straight. Let me try something. So... No, what I was going to try doesn't really work. It's not easy to like play around with switching him into different modes. I might just have to rebuild him from the ground up. Godot game I am working on. I have a walking mountain creature that the player can ride on. Right now, I have a separate character controller when you get on the mountain, and the player just snaps to the second character controller's location and rotation. I want a better way of doing this. Right now the character and the mountain are both character body 3D. Give me a better way to do this. Godot 4. Let's see if it has any ideas. Sarah in the YouTube chat, what's up? How you doing? So, how do I detect when the player should be riding the mountain? Right now it's an area 3D, but that means when you're near the mountain, sometimes you get switched to riding mode, and there's no good way to make it work because the player can build a base on top of the mountain that can extend past the normal area 3D. I mean, before I did it where like you just aren't parented until you get up on top of it, but then when you jump off while it's standing. The mountain acts basically like a ship in Sea of Thieves. So it can't be an interaction. If you jump onto the mountain, you need to automatic be moving with it and its animation. So this is basically doing the raycast that I was trying to do earlier. Used something other than character body. Would it maintain? Right. I need it to maintain velocity and momentum, etc., even when you jump from the surface. I think I might just need to do rigid bodies. This does velocity, but it doesn't do the animation side of things. This is very boring to watch, I understand. This is literally just telling me to do the same thing that I was already doing. We will figure this out in a different way. Sea of Thieves is probably not even that hard to do it. Because you're not building onto your ship. But on this, we're building onto it. So anyway, unfortunately, I got to bounce. But thank you all for being here. If you're on YouTube, consider dropping a quick sub. We just got over 600 subs. Pretty nice. And if you're on Twitch, go ahead and follow if you want to keep up with the game. We're just going to have to figure this out one way or another. Like I said, I might need to rebuild my mountain. It's not that crazy hard to do. The only problem is if I have to rebuild the character controller. That's going to be annoying. I might have to just turn him into a rigid body controller, which I've never really been able to do successfully. But we will see. I really like the walking mountain in the way that he like steps. I was thinking like, oh, maybe we make him just a floating island sort of deal. But I don't know. I mean, maybe there's options for something else. Like a but I really like the walking mountain. I don't want to get away from this guy. There are other cool ideas that I do have. I mean, you could do literally a ship of some sort, that floating ship or something. But this guy's just cool. Maybe I just don't animate him in the same way. Maybe I just make an animated leg section and then the top is just a rigid body that kind of goes up and down when he's walking. But I'd have to time it perfectly. But maybe that's not too big of a deal. But then when you build on him, the animations, the building needs to follow the animations. And also, we would then need to make the buildings themselves rigid bodies. Because a static body that's attached to an animation is going to end up with the same issues as before. I don't know. But we will figure it out. Anyway, I gotta bounce. I will see you all later. Thank you for being here. Yulalamum, RCB, Lorwyn, in the YouTube chat, Sock, Kieran, and Sarah, thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. I will see you all next time.